The woman who backs her baby upside down. The joy of childbirth often echoed through the village like a sweet song, but for Bella, it always came with sorrow close behind. When she gave birth to a baby boy, the village rejoiced. Laughter, dancing, ululation, it filled the air. But as always, the joy was short-lived. It wasn't the birth that caught people's attention, it was what followed. Just 2 weeks after returning from the hospital, the whispers began. At first, the villagers thought their eyes were deceiving them. Some assumed the child had a condition. But soon, murmurs turned to gasps. What they saw was too strange to ignore. Bella was carrying her baby upside down. Not once. Not by accident. Every single time. His tiny head faced the ground while his legs pointed to the sky, securely tied with 2 wrappers. His arms dangled awkwardly at his sides. It was unsettling, an unusual, and almost disturbing sight. Wherever Bella passed, heads turned. The first to speak was Mama Aiken, the pepper seller. "Bella, why are you carrying your baby like that? It's not normal." Bella didn't stop walking. She didn't even turn her head. "He's fine like this," she replied calmly. The next day, the village buzzed with gossip. "She carries him with his head down. I saw it myself. Maybe the baby's not normal. Maybe it's a charm or a spirit child." Some mocked her. Others were confused. A few were genuinely afraid. But none of them knew the truth. They didn't know why a woman would carry her baby upside down. They didn't know Bella's story. Before that baby, Bella had waited. Waited long. Waited heavy. She married young, just 18. Her waist was still slender, her smile full and bright. Her husband loved her, at least in the beginning. But love, like river water, doesn't always stay when the womb stays empty. 1 year passed. No child. 2 years. Nothing. 3, 4, 5, 6. The house grew colder. Smiles disappeared. His mother began to whisper, "Is she a woman or a tree? She eats every day, yet bears no fruit." His sisters rolled their eyes when Bella walked by. His cousins whispered when she entered the room. Some even said it to her face. "If you can't give him a child, then go." Bella prayed. She knelt in the dark. She fasted until her bones trembled. But still, no child. Then, in the 13th year, something shifted. Her body felt different. Her chest grew tender. Her feet became heavy. A test confirmed it. She was pregnant. She danced silently in her room, hands cradling her stomach like it was gold. Her husband's eyes lit up again. His family brought gifts. They washed her feet. They blessed her belly. When the baby boy came, joy filled the house. But for Bella, joy never stayed long. By the next morning, the baby had died. Bella cried until her voice cracked. Her husband held her and whispered, "Don't cry too much. At least now we know you can carry." So they tried again. And again. Another baby boy. He was soft like yam pounded with care. He laughed early. His eyes followed Bella everywhere. She smiled again. Her husband even built a swing under the mango tree. They named him Oina, Father's Heart. He turned 1, then 2. He ran around the compound shouting, "Mama, Mama," whenever she cooked. Then one day, a fever came. Small at first. Then worse. Cold hands. Shaky legs. Silent lips. By morning, he was gone. Bella screamed until her voice vanished. Her eyes dried out. Her body collapsed like old mat. They buried Oina under the orange tree. Still, her womb rose again, another boy. They named him Somadina. May I not be alone. He too died before he could say Mama. And then another. And another. Bella stopped giving full names. She just called them my son. She feared names brought death. 7 boys. 7 coffins. Each one like a firefly. Bright for a moment, then gone. People whispered, maybe it's not just bad luck. Maybe she's cursed. Maybe it's Ogbanj. But Bella said, my God will give me one that will stay. Still, her heart was breaking. Slowly, like a branch bending under heavy rain. After the 7th child, her husband changed. He didn't shout. He didn't cry. He just stopped. Stopped bringing herbs. Stopped asking if she'd eaten. He ate alone. Slept early. Woke before dawn. Then one afternoon, she heard laughter outside. A woman's laughter. Bella peeped through the window and saw a young, beautiful woman holding a small boy's hand. The boy ran through the compound, chasing chickens. That night, her husband said, "That woman outside, she's moving in. I've made my choice." Bella said nothing. The next morning, she packed her clothes, tied her wrapper. No tears. No words. As she walked out, the boy looked up and said, "Bye-bye." Her chest cracked. She returned to her father's house like a thief, empty-handed. Even the birds were quiet. Her stepmother opened the gate. She didn't ask questions, just opened her arms and said, "Come inside." 2 years passed. Bella stayed silent. She swept. She washed. She never smiled. "Bella," her stepmother said, "you are still young. Don't let sorrow eat your body." Bella only nodded. Then one market day, a man named Mark came to the village. He came for palm oil but saw Bella instead. "Who is that woman by the well?" he asked. "She's Bella," they said. "A fine woman, but sorrow follows her like a shadow." Mark didn't care. He watched her for weeks. Then came with cola nuts and wine. "I want to marry her," he said. People were shocked. "That one?" "Yes," he said. "She's still a woman. A good one." He didn't ask about her past. He didn't ask, "How many children do you have?" He only said, "I will take care of you." They married. No music. No big dance. Just quiet joy. Bella said nothing about the 7. Some wounds are too deep for words. Soon she was pregnant again. Mark rejoiced. He sang to her belly, bought her fruits, rubbed her feet. 9 months passed. A baby boy was born. They named him Chindu, God holds life. Mark danced, gave drummers money, called neighbors. Bella smiled, but inside, she was holding her breath. The boy grew. He walked. He talked. Then one night a small cough. By morning, his hands were cold. He was gone. Mark cried like a boy who'd lost his mother. But Bella? She sat on the mat, still, dry-eyed. Her tears had long dried. Another boy came. Then another. Then Noachi, the one who almost lived. Each one died, until the last. The boy who laughed like a talking drum. Called her mama. Called Mark daddy. He lived. 1 year. 2. 3. 4. 5. On his 7th birthday, they cooked jollof rice with big meat. He danced in the sand. Bella smiled fully. Finally, that evening after football, he came home sweaty. "Mama," he said, "my belly is paining me small." She gave him water. Told him to rest. By midnight, silence. She touched his chest. "No beat." "No, not again," she whispered. She shook him. Cried, "Open your eyes." But he didn't move. The next morning, Mark packed her things. His mother hissed, "She is cursed. What kind of woman buries children like yam peels?" Bella walked away. Again, her stepmother opened the gate. Said nothing, just held her tight. Then one evening, her stepmother knelt beside her. "This thing is not ordinary," she said. "We must go far. Not to doctor. Not to church. To someone who sees what eyes cannot see." Bella nodded. They traveled far. Reached a village with no signboard. In a mud house sat an old man, skin like bark, eyes like river. He stared at Bella, then spoke. "She carries sorrow," he said. "The kind that comes again and again." He rubbed his chin. "The next time she carries life," he said, "the child must not step outside. No visitors. No prayers. No anointing. And when he is born, back him upside down. Head down. Legs up. Wrap him tight. Like a secret." Bella blinked. "Why?" she asked. The man's eyes didn't blink. "If you carry him like others," he said softly, "the wind will find him again." The woman who carried her son upside down, only then, the herbalist said, will the spirit grow weary. He stood up, stepped into his small room, and returned with a red cloth and a bottle of black water. "Take this," he said, placing them into Bella's hands. "Use it when the time comes." Then he sat back down, closed his eyes, and said nothing more. Bella and her stepmother left in silence. That night, as Bella lay on her mat, her heart whispered, 10 years? Can I carry him like that for 10 whole years? And her soul answered, if that's what it takes, I will. 2 seasons of rain had come and gone. Bella had grown quiet, like dawn. She cooked, she cleaned, she prayed, but never spoke. Then one day, a man came to repair the leaking roof. His name was Charles. He spoke softly, smiled gently, like someone who had known sorrow. Every visit, he greeted Bella with care. Good afternoon, madam. She replied with only a small nod. One day, he asked, can I come again? He smiled. Not for the roof. For you. Her stepmother laughed. Another one has come, she said. The village joined in the mockery.
She's too old, they said.
Too dry, too finished. Can she still give him a child? But Charles did not care. He married her quietly. No music, no wine. Just 2 hands joined beneath the sun. 4 months later, Bella felt strange. She woke up spitting. Her back ached. Her feet swelled like boiled yam. Her stepmother peered at her and said, you're glowing. Something is inside. Bella shook her head.
No.
I'm too old. It can't be. But at the clinic, the nurse smiled. Congratulations. 5 weeks. Bella blinked. She clutched her wrapper as tears fell, not of sorrow, but soft, warm ones. Tears that tasted like small hope. That night, she told no one but her stepmother. The old woman wiped her face and whispered, it has started again. But this time, we won't play. Before the week ended, they traveled back to the herbalist. He was already outside, waiting like someone who had smelled the wind. She carries one of them again, he said. But this one may stay. He looked Bella in the eyes. Do not make a mistake this time. She nodded, not with fear or joy, but with the tired knowing of a woman who had buried too many sons. The herbalist's voice was stern, like a locked gate. No visitors. No strangers' prayers. No hands on her belly, but her own. She must not leave this compound, not even to feel the rain. Bella sat still and said only one word. Yes. He reached into his bag and handed her a bundle of red cloth and a small calabash tied with cowries. When the child is born, you will back him upside down. Not once, not twice. Every day, until he grows teeth. And even after, until he turns 10. 10, her stepmother asked. The herbalist nodded. That's when the danger ends. Bella's heart trembled. 10 years. But she remembered the graves. The names. The cold, tiny hands. And she said again, yes. When they returned, her stepmother locked the gate with a heavy padlock. She told neighbors Bella had traveled. No one came in. No one went out. Charles remained in the city, sending money and asking questions. The stepmother answered sparingly. Inside the house, Bella wore her wrapper and silence like armor. She drank herbs, prayed softly, rose before dawn, and never peeked through the gate. She became a shadow, alive, but distant. The village moved on. Festivals came. Babies were born. Others died. But Bella waited, watched, counted. Then one night, the sky cracked open. Thunder clapped. Rain slapped the roof like war drums. Bella screamed. Her back arched. Her hands gripped the mat. He's coming. Her stepmother moved swiftly. Water, cloth, blade. Then, as if summoned by the wind, the herbalist appeared, soaked, silent. He knelt beside Bella, placed a hand on her stomach, and said, push. With a final cry, the baby was born. He didn't cry. He screamed, sharp, strong. His skin glowed like morning sun. The herbalist lifted him, looked at Bella, and said only one thing. Back him upside down. Bella asked no questions. She wrapped him tight in the red cloth, head down, legs up, and tied him to her back. From that moment, she never stopped. Bella became a myth in the village. She carried her child upside down, head down, legs up, wrapped tight like secret money. Children pointed. Look, Mama. That woman carries her baby wrong. Some laughed. Some spat.
She's mad, they said.
A witch. Bella said nothing. She walked with her back straight and her eyes forward. She bathed him, fed him, sang to him, still upside down. Even when he turned one. Even when he could walk. Even when he asked, Mama, why do I face down? She kissed his feet. Because that's how I keep you safe. She took him to school, still upside down. Children laughed. He looks like a chicken hung to dry. But the boy never cried. He smiled and pressed his face into Bella's back. At home, she bathed him in warm water and whispered prayers. She bought him shoes, books, clothes. But never changed how she carried him. Her shoulders ached. Her waist burned. Her stepmother asked, Are you tired? Bella replied, I'd rather carry pain than bury another child. And so, day by day, year by year, she carried him upside down. The boy grew strong. He laughed like sunlight. He ran like wind. He never fell sick. Never cried at night. The village began to whisper. That boy, he's still alive. Isn't he supposed to be gone by now? But he remained. Thriving. Still, Bella carried him, even when his feet touched the ground. Even when he asked, Mama, I want to walk. She smiled. Not yet. Some called her mad. Some called her stubborn. But she heard none of it. She only listened to his breath. Then came his 10th birthday. That morning, the boy woke up and said, Mama, I am 10 now. Bella nodded. She untied the red cloth slowly, gently, like peeling skin from fruit. She lowered his feet to the earth, softly, like an egg meeting cotton. She touched his head. You're safe now. That afternoon, the women came. They knelt at her feet. Forgive us, they said. You knew what we didn't. Girls brought yams. Some brought wrappers. Some brought tears. Bella didn't speak. She only nodded, her heart too tired for words. Her boy ran barefoot, laughing. His feet danced like they were meeting the earth for the first time. That evening, he asked, Mama, why do people look at me like I'm magic? Bella smiled. Because you are a story they never believed could be real. And that night, as the moon rose and the wind kissed her face, Bella sat by her door and rested, not in death, but in peace.